Hi, today I'm going to tell you how to remove ethanol from gas. Um, there's two different ways you can do this. One is the shake method and one is the stir method. If you're going to use the stir method, you put your gas in your container, you put your water in, and you stir it up. I suggest so it doesn't build up static or anything else, get you a piece of 3/4 inch PVC pipe, drill some holes in it, anywhere between a 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit bigger if you can have something bigger, as many as you can. And when you're stirring it, the water and gas mixture will go up in them holes. Today I'm going to do the shake method. Now I do have 2 gallons of gas here. If possible, get a 2.5 gallon can if you're going to do this. I also have a 5 gallon gas can over here. This is our gas can. We've only used this can one time. We do have a brand new gas can, so once I get all this stuff separated, the non-ethanol gas can go in there. Alright, I'm going to try to do this with one hand. Now I have 2 gallons of gas, and I have 2 cups of water in here in a glass, and it's going to be really tight fitting this in there with the 2 gallons, but we're going to see how well it works. I think it'll work just fine. Now for every gallon you really need a cup of water. Oh yeah. Alright. Now I may have to set this camera down to tighten this down because I really may need both hands for this. Put your 2 cups in there. Shake it as much as you possibly can for 20-30 seconds. You want to get that gas water mixed together. And I do have my container here. The reason I'm using a clear container is because when it separates, I want to be able to see it. You can put food coloring in the water if you think it'll make it easier. You hear it sloshing around. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to let this sit out here anywhere between 6 and 12 hours, and the water molecules are going to grab the ethanol. In fact, I may show you what ethanol does. Whew. Yes, it takes a little bit to shake this up. Alright, let me set this camera down. I'm going to pour it in here. Okay, let's put that back on. Alright, sorry about that. Now you can see it's really cloudy. And you can see already on the bottom that water is starting to separate that ethanol. Right there. Now, I do have a lid for this. If you're going to store something like this to separate, if you have a lid, make sure you put a lid on it. Put some holes in it so it can vent. Now, will I use this container full time for gasoline? Of course not, because it's not made for that. Now I want to show you real quick. Damn, I got to set this down again. Give me a minute. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. This is a new gas can. We have only used this can once. It's dirty. It's been sitting outside. And I don't know if you can see it. Has like a film on it. And when I first opened this, that film was really bad. That was the ethanol buildup. And on the inside of the can itself, it had a slight yellow film to it. I hope you can see that. You can already see down here that water is pulling some of this ethanol out. Now, once I leave this out here anywhere between 6 and 12 hours, that water will pull that ethanol down. Like I said, there's two ways to do this. The shake method, which is what I just did, and the stir method. Like I said, for the stir method, you put your gas in your container, put your water in. It is 1 cup of water for every gallon of gasoline. If you are going to do this though, do not get the lowest octane rating gas. Get a mid-range, like 91 or something like that. Anyway, when you go to your gas pumps, you have the lower rating, middle, I guess is premium. Get the one in the middle, because you don't want the octane rating too high and you don't want the ethanol too high. Anything with a 10% octane rating can be ran in the small generator we're getting, and it's in the mail. So hopefully UPS actually brings it around the back here. This is a $400 generator, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm separating the gas, so when I get the generator, it will not have ethanol in the fuel. These things are recommended between 0 and 10%, but at 10% ethanol, it can screw up your valves, mess up your carburetor. If you leave gas in there and that gas starts to dry out, it can leave ethanol buildup. Ethanol does burn slower than gas. Basically, it's like putting Everclear. If you've ever seen somebody on a video light Everclear on fire, it's a really slow burn. That's basically what ethanol is. So there are a couple, like I said, there are a couple ways to do it. I will come back out. Unfortunately, I just put batteries in this camcorder. It's already down to 2 bars, and these are brand new batteries. I do have rechargeables, but it takes 11 hours to charge them. So I need to save some of this battery power to come back out. I will check this in probably an hour or so, and probably 2 or 3 hours, something like that, and see how well it's doing. But you can see how cloudy that is. That water's starting to pull that ethanol down already. Anyway, I will be back, and I'll see you when I come back. Bye. Hi, I have to apologize. I'm not going to be able to finish this today. I was waiting on a pump, gas little hand pump to come in to move my gas once it's separated. Unfortunately, UPS is now saying it was stuck in Colorado and it will not be here until tomorrow. It was supposed to be in here today. It has been a half hour. I started this at 8:30. It is now just like 9:03, something like that. As soon as I checked that, I ran to the store and I bought some of this. I just bought a little can because even though my pump is not coming in today, it's still saying my generator is supposed to be here today. It's out for delivery. I really hope they don't deliver that around front and somebody steal it, like, so many other things, and the last generator we bought. But I wanted to show you what it's doing. This is after a half hour. And you can see the line right there. Right there. That on the very bottom is the ethanol and the gasoline. And what it's doing is the water's drawing the ethanol down to the bottom. Now, I could probably wait till this is done, a good 6-7 hours, and then use like a cup, since I do have this wide mouth on here, and scoop out cup after cup after cup of gasoline. I'm not going to do that. What I will do is, after it's done tomorrow, this is not going to hurt leaving out like this overnight. All it'll do is separate more until everything's at the bottom. So it's not going to hurt anything if I leave this out. It will not remix or anything like that. So when my pump gets here, I can pump out either the ethanol and water from the bottom tomorrow, or I can pump out the gas from the top. I think that's probably what I'll do, is just pump it from the top and leave all that junk in the bottom, so I make sure it doesn't get stirred up. But like I said, as soon as I found out, I ran straight to the store. I got oil, and I got a little can of this trufuel stuff, trufuel, because if my generator comes in today, which it says it's supposed to, it's out for delivery, I really want to break that in. I may make a video on that. Unfortunately, we have like a 70-80% chance of rain today, and it is not supposed to stop until like 4 days or something like that. 20% chance. Today's Monday. It's not supposed to even slow down until like Thursday, possibly Friday. So I won't be able to use this fuel in my generator because my pump is not coming in today. Like I said, it got stuck apparently in Colorado. So, I wanted you to see what it does. Once it's separated, you can either pump it out from the top, your gasoline, or you can pump out the ethanol water mix from the bottom. If you have something with a drain on it, you can drain it from the bottom. Unfortunately, I don't, because my container here, it costed like $5-6, and it's full of cheese balls. So, but like I said, my generator is supposed to be here today. If it gets here early enough, I will be breaking that in. I will show you how to break that in. Hopefully my other batteries are charged enough when that happens, because I am using the rechargeables in this camera, and they're not holding up very well, considering regular alkaline batteries don't hold up well. But anyway, I apologize for not being able to finish this today. Once the pump comes in, this is still going to be out here. I may just go ahead and make another video about how to separate that, once the pump comes in. Anyway, like I said, as soon as I found out my pump wasn't going to be here, I ran to the store. I bought a little thing of this stuff. It's only 32 ounces, so I did not buy a gallon. I just need that to run long enough to break that generator in. So anyway, this is what it's doing. It's separating, and this is after a half hour. So you can imagine what it's going to look like after sitting out here for 6 hours, maybe even 12 hours. Anyway, that's it. I apologize, I can't finish this today. Like I said, when the pump gets here, I may go ahead and continue with another video. But this is showing you how to separate ethanol from gasoline. Remember, for every gallon of ethanol, not ethanol, but every gallon of gas, it's one cup of water, shaken or stirred extremely well. Get that ethanol to bond with the water, and it'll drop to the bottom. Also, I was talking about my generator. Now, the generator recommends no more. It's a 0 to 10% ethanol. But the lower the amount of ethanol you can get, the better. If you can get 0%, that's great. If you can, all you can do is find gas with ethanol in it at 10%. Try to remove some of that if possible. Do it like this, whatever. Anyway, this battery camera, the batteries are pretty much dead, and I just put these batteries in. So anyway, I will be back hopefully later, breaking in my generator. With the way the weather looks, unfortunately, it may not be today. And until my pump gets here, I can't even get the gas out here because I don't have a drain on the bottom, which is, fine by me. The longer it sits, the more it's going to separate. All right, that's it. Everyone have a good day. Bye.